The Rocky Mountain front is beautiful. All you have to do is look at the mountains and it takes your breath away. It's not developed. The deer hang close and we have elk that come down and calve on us. It's just beautiful because everything can coexist.
If we were gonna leave something for our family, this was it. But when our kids are ready to take it over, I want it to stay the same way as when I got here, but better. Owning a ranch has pretty much been my dream since I was a little kid, but honestly, you know, from where we come from, you just know that you ain't gonna have it. Most ranches are multi-million-dollar deals, you know, and the only way these days you can get into them is your grandpa gave it to your dad and your dad gave it to you through an inheritance.
Matt and I always dreamed of being ranchers and having our own place, but we never thought it was a reality. There's not many young families that can get into ranching. It's kind of a dying breed, it feels like.
Miley, come stand by Hannah.
It's hard work, it's 7 days a week, but it's something we love to do every day.
We get to wake up and do all this stuff that I think is just incredible. Unfortunately, my kids are wired the same way.
I'm cinching so my saddle doesn't fall off.
Who taught you how to do all this?
My mom and my dad.
We've been in control of the ranch for quite some time now, about 11 years. One day, the owner called Stacy and I in, and he said it was time for him to retire and get out of the ranching business.
We had this offer to buy it from him, and we wanted to keep the land the way it is and have something to pass on to our kids.
Mom, what kind of knot do you tie right here?
And we got offered this ranch. We had to try.
And we had a deadline on to buy it, so then that's when Stacy got a hold of Gary, and then Gates got involved, and they made it happen, actually.
Ranch lands across the West are at risk. Development has exploded. So I think for folks like Matt and Stacy, the cost of buying a working ranch in an incredible landscape like the Rocky Mountain front, it's too expensive.
I knew how important this was to Matt and Stacy. It was critical that we brought in the conservation fund because they had the ability to bring the capital and to deal with it in a very, very short timeline.
It's our legacy as conservation practitioners to help protect this entire landscape. There aren't a lot of subdevelopments. There's not fragmented farm ground. The animals come out of the pristine public lands onto pristine private lands.
It's this true definition of an ecosystem, but without the people part, the two are like, you know, so connected. If we can figure out how to keep an agricultural community thriving so there isn't a shift to golf courses and condominiums, the grizzly bears and the grassland birds will come along for the ride.
Throw when you're ready, bud. Just throw! I can't. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Nice.
There were definitely days when we thought it wasn't going to happen. was emotional for us. Gary and Gates were great. They just walked us through it, and we all worked together.
Matt and Stacy needed money to purchase the ranch quickly. With our support, they borrowed money from the bank and they sold the development rights through a conservation easement. The bank loan and the easement made it possible financially to purchase the ranch, which at the same time not only protects habitat for wildlife, but it also protects a way of life for the ranching families.
Their end goal is the same as ours, just preserving it for generations to come. For us to be able to make a living off the land, and for the animals to have their own habitats, and everybody just survive together.
The ranching community, they've been stewarding the land for a long time. It's that shared vision that helps us conserve this magical landscape like the Rocky Mountain front.
You're not done.
This was a huge step to try to take. We had a lot of people helping us. That's honestly the whole reason why we're sitting here. It's not just us, it was everybody. At the end of the conversation, it was for the kids. You better finish. Jeez.
We love the ranch life and they love it. So now it's just the beginning. We get to build a life around it.